Illegal immigration in the U.S. is often talked about in the abstract. It's about policy, borders, and laws. But what is it like for the roughly 30,000 immigrants who are held in detention centers around the country on any given day? Not good. Little to no legal representation, lack of medical services, sexual abuse, malnutrition, and solitary confinement. Those are just some of the issues plaguing these usually privately run detention facilities. The most vulnerable of the detained are women and children. In 2014, 60,000 families, mostly from Central America, crossed the U.S.-Mexico border in search of safety and better lives. So what happens to families who are detained by Border Patrol? They're sent to family detention centers, where immigrant women and children are held for months at a time. They're never charged with a crime, nor granted any legal rights, and they face bonds as high as $15,000. The two main family detention centers are in Texas and can hold up to 3,000 women and children at a time. Hundreds have already been deported, though, forced back into situations that caused them to leave in the first place. Situations like rampant drug and gang violence in El Salvador, Honduras, and Guatemala. I spoke via Skype with Yanira. In January, she fled Guatemala with her 3 children because gangs had threatened her family.
Mataron a mi sobrino y al esposo de mi prima. Y luego el año pasado mataron a mi prima. Entonces las amenazas fueron de que si no hacía lo que ellos decían, lo mismo que le había pasado a mi familia, lo mismo le iba a pasar a alguno de nosotros. Y fue de las razones por las cuales decidí venirme para acá.
Yanira and her children were held in a small cell with another family for over 2 months before being released while they wait for their deportation hearing. She says they were made to feel like criminals, and that's kind of the point. Secretary of Homeland Security Jay Johnson says the centers are supposed to send a message that if you come into the U.S. illegally, quote, we will send you back. But Mohammed Abdullahi of Raices, who works with these families, says the family detention centers send a different message.
What the U.S. government essentially is doing with the running of these family detention centers is preventing refugees from being able to seek safety, which is the responsibility of every country to provide refugees with protections.
Immigrant and human rights groups are petitioning for families like Yanira's to receive political asylum. They've also supported hunger strikes led by detained women protesting unsafe conditions in the facilities. Ultimately, they want the family detention centers phased out and for these immigrants to live with relatives while they await deportation hearings. But fixing the root causes of illegal immigration to the U.S.? Well, you'll have to watch other AJ Plus videos for all that.